Hey there, friends. Today we're going to dive into a topic that's crucial for all the fellas out there who are battling or trying to prevent prostate cancer. Yep, we're talking about the 10 foods you absolutely must avoid if you're dealing with this sneaky little devil of a disease. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, let me just say this. I know how tempting it can be to indulge in some of these foods. Believe me, I've been there. But trust me when I say that making some sacrifices now can pay off big time in the long run. After all, what's a juicy burger or a frosty beer compared to a healthy, cancer-free life? Exactly. Alright, let's kick things off with number 1 on our list. Processed meats. We're talking hot dogs, bacon, sausages, deli meats. You name it. These bad boys are loaded with nitrites and other preservatives that have been linked to an increased risk of prostate cancer. Not only that, but they're also packed with saturated fats and sodium, which can contribute to inflammation and other health issues. Do yourself a favor and steer clear of these meat bombs, my friends. Next up, we've got high-fat dairy products like whole milk, butter, and cheese. Now I know what you're thinking, but cheese is life. And I hear you, my friend. But the truth is, these dairy delights are high in saturated fats and can promote inflammation in the body, which is the last thing you want when you're dealing with prostate cancer. Speaking of inflammation, let's talk about fried foods and foods high in trans fats. These greasy culprits can wreak havoc on your body, contributing to inflammation and potentially increasing your risk of cancer recurrence. Plus, they're just plain bad for your heart health too. So do yourself a solid and steer clear of those French fries and fried chicken. Your body will thank you. Now let's move on to the sweet stuff. Sugary drinks and foods with added sugars. Not only can these sugary treats contribute to weight gain, which is a risk factor for prostate cancer, but they can also fuel inflammation and potentially promote cancer growth. So put down that can of soda and step away from the cookies, my friends. Alcohol, the social lubricant that so many of us love to indulge in. But here's the deal. Alcohol has been linked to an increased risk of prostate cancer, particularly when consumed in excess. Not only that, but it can also interfere with cancer treatments and exacerbate side effects. So as much as it pains me to say it, it's best to lay off the booze for a while, folks. Now, let's talk about something that might surprise you. Charred or burnt meats. You know, those juicy steaks or burgers that have been seared to perfection over an open flame. Well, as delicious as they may be, the high-heat cooking process can create cancer-causing compounds called heterocyclic amines, HCAs, and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, PAHs. Yikes. So if you're going to indulge in some meat, try to keep it on the rarer side, my friends. Moving on, we've got salty and sodium-rich foods like chips and processed snacks. Excessive sodium intake has been linked to an increased risk of prostate cancer, as well as other health issues like high blood pressure and kidney problems. So do yourself a favor and lay off the salty treats. Your taste buds and your prostate will thank you. Next up, we've got refined carbohydrates like white bread, pastries, and white rice. These processed carbs can spike your blood sugar levels and promote inflammation, both of which can contribute to cancer growth. Instead, opt for whole grains, fruits, and veggies, which are packed with fiber and other nutrients that can help keep your body in tip-top shape. Coffee, the elixir of life for so many of us. But here's the deal. Excessive caffeine intake has been linked to an increased risk of prostate cancer, particularly in men with aggressive forms of the disease. So, as much as it pains me to say it, you might want to consider cutting back on those triple-shot lattes, my friends. Last but not least, we got supplements with excessive vitamin E or selenium. Now I know what you're thinking, but aren't those antioxidants supposed to be good for you? And you're right to a certain extent, but when taken in excessive amounts, these nutrients can actually increase your risk of prostate cancer and other health issues. So, unless your doctor specifically recommends them, it's best to steer clear of high-dose supplements. Phew, that was a lot to cover, wasn't it? But hey, knowledge is power, my friends, and now that you know which foods to avoid, you can make more informed choices about what you put into your body. Look, I get it. Changing your diet and lifestyle habits can be tough, but trust me when I say that it's worth it in the long run. After all, what's a little sacrifice now compared to the gift of a healthy, cancer-free life? Exactly. So let's raise a glass of water, or maybe a nice green smoothie, and toast to making positive changes one step at a time. Your body and your prostate will thank you. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thanks.